Stop scrolling. Did you know that millions of Americans are about to get a Social Security raise in 2026? But almost nobody is talking about the shocking details that could affect how much you get. On January 13th, the numbers officially hit, and if you don't watch this video until the very end, you could miss out on understanding exactly how much extra money will go into your pocket. I'm breaking it all down in plain, easy English, showing you exactly what the raise means, who gets it, and what you need to do right now to make sure you get every dollar you're owed. Stay with me, because what I reveal today could change your financial year. Before we dive deeper, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Trust me, this channel is the only place where I explain these Social Security updates in easy, clear English just for you. I'll be uploading every important update about this topic, breaking it down step by step so you don't miss a single detail. Subscribe now, and you'll always be the first to know exactly how these changes affect you and your money. People all over the United States are talking about a big reveal on January 13th about the 2026 Social Security raise, and many are wondering what it really means for them and how much more money they might receive in their monthly benefits. The truth is that the raise for 2026 has already been set, and it applies to almost all types of Social Security benefits, including retirement, disability, survivor benefits, and supplemental security income, which supports low-income elderly, blind, and disabled individuals. This raise is known as the Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA, and for 2026, it is set at 2.8%. The purpose of this adjustment is to help beneficiaries keep up with inflation, so the money they receive does not lose value as prices for everyday necessities like food, rent, and healthcare continue to rise. Nearly 71 million Americans will benefit from this increase, and while the raise might seem modest to some, every extra dollar can help families manage the cost of living. The payment schedule for Social Security is based on birthdays, which means that not everyone receives their check on the same day, and some people might see the increased amount arrive in mid-January, while others might see it later in the month. Some people even started seeing increased payments as early as December 31st, 2025, because of the timing of federal holidays and the way the payment system works. While the internet buzz makes it sound like something secret or sudden will happen on January 13th, in reality, the Social Security Administration has already made the official decision, and the January 13th date mostly reflects when certain groups of recipients will see their new benefit amounts appear in their accounts. It is important to understand that the 2.8% raise is applied to the amount each person was already receiving, which means that the actual increase in dollars varies depending on the original benefit amount. For the average retired worker who was receiving around $2,000 per month, this raise translates into approximately $56 extra each month, bringing the total to just over $2,050. For some people, that might not feel like a lot, especially considering how fast costs like groceries, medical care, and housing continue to rise, but it does represent an important adjustment to help protect purchasing power. For individuals receiving Supplemental Security Income, the increase is reflected in maximum federal payments, which rise from $967 per month for individuals to $994 per month in 2026. And for couples, the maximum federal payment rises from $1,450 to $1,491. This increase is designed to help those with the most limited resources keep up with their basic needs, even though many advocates argue that it is not enough to cover the rapidly rising costs of living, especially medical and housing expenses. In addition to the monthly benefit increase, other Social Security rules also change annually, such as the maximum income that is subject to Social Security tax. For 2026, the wage cap is set at $184,500, meaning that earnings up to that level are subject to Social Security contributions, which in turn help calculate future benefits for those currently working. There are also rules for people who are already receiving benefits but have not yet reached full retirement age and continue to work. In 2026, if such a person earns more than $24,480 in the year, part of their Social Security benefit may be withheld until they reach full retirement age. These earnings limits are intended to ensure fairness in the system, while also encouraging people to continue contributing if they are able. Understanding how the Social Security cost of living adjustment works is crucial because it helps people set realistic expectations for their finances. While the COLA raises are calculated based on government indices of inflation, some people feel that these indices do not fully capture the unique expenses faced by older adults, particularly in areas such as healthcare and prescription drugs, which often often rise faster than general consumer prices. As a result, while a 2.8% raise does provide a modest increase, many recipients still face financial pressures that make budgeting carefully a necessity. Despite online speculation and dramatic headlines claiming that the January 13th reveal will change everything, the increase itself is straightforward and predictable, reflecting the law's established method for calculating adjustments each year. The reveal date is more a marker for when some recipients will notice their raised payments arrive rather than an actual new announcement or change in policy. For people who are planning their finances around these raises, it is helpful to know that Social Security also provides annual statements and online account access, allowing beneficiaries to see their updated amounts and understand exactly how the raise applies to their individual situation. People receiving retirement benefits will notice a slightly higher monthly check, and those receiving disability or survivor benefits will see similar proportional increases. While the raise may not be life-changing for everyone, it represents the system's ongoing attempt to help Americans maintain their standard of living despite inflation and rising costs. Many recipients rely on this adjustment to cover essential expenses such as utility bills, groceries, transportation, and medical care. It is also important to remember that the Social Security program is structured to support people across different stages of life, including those who continue to work while collecting benefits, as well as those who rely solely on the payments for their living costs. The annual COLA ensures that the value of benefits does not erode over time, providing some stability and predictability in a world where prices fluctuate frequently. In addition to monthly benefits, there are special rules for how work and earnings affect Social Security for people under full retirement age. Understanding these rules can help individuals avoid unexpected reductions in their benefits and make informed choices about retirement timing, work plans, and saving strategies. The program's rules, combined with the COLA, aim to balance fairness, financial sustainability, and protection against inflation for millions of Americans. While some online sources create excitement by framing January 13th as a big reveal moment, the reality is that careful planning, understanding the numbers, and monitoring one's own payments are the most important steps to make the raise work effectively in everyday life. Knowing how much to expect when payments arrive and how the increase interacts with other income or work is essential for beneficiaries who want to maximize the benefits they are entitled to while avoiding surprises or shortfalls. In practical terms, the 2026 COLA ensures that individuals and families receiving Social Security maintain at least a modest increase in income to offset rising prices. It allows for a small cushion in household budgets, helping to cover food, housing, transportation, and healthcare. It also reinforces the principle that Social Security is an ongoing safety net that adjusts each year to changing economic conditions. Even though it may not cover all rising costs, it represents a meaningful, government-mandated increase designed to support retirees, disabled individuals, survivors, and low-income families. In the end, understanding Social Security raises requires separating hype from fact, knowing the law, and planning accordingly. The 2.8% increase for 2026 is already in place, with payments being distributed according to the established schedule, and January 13th marks one of the many dates when recipients will notice these changes reflected in their accounts. By taking the time to understand how the COLA works, what the real numbers are, and how the payment schedule affects each beneficiary, people can make better decisions about budgeting, retirement planning, and financial security. Social Security remains one of the most important programs for ensuring financial stability in retirement, and during periods of disability or reduced income, and even modest annual increases help millions of Americans maintain a basic standard of living. It is also important for people to recognize that each year's COLA is based on national measures of inflation, which may not perfectly match individual experiences, but still provides a consistent, predictable mechanism for raising benefits. This system, while not perfect, offers transparency and reliability, ensuring that beneficiaries can anticipate changes and plan accordingly. Overall, the 2026 Social Security raise may not be a dramatic windfall, but it is a real, tangible increase that helps support millions of people, provides a modest buffer against rising costs, and continues the program's mission of providing financial security to retirees, disabled individuals, and low-income families across the country. Understanding the timing, the dollar amounts, and how the increase interacts with work, earnings limits, and other benefits allows recipients to make informed decisions about their finances. By keeping expectations realistic and planning ahead, Social Security beneficiaries can make the most of the 2.8% raise and the stability it provides, while recognizing the ongoing challenges posed by inflation and rising living costs. In conclusion, the 2026 raise is already set, payments are being distributed, and January 13th is simply a notable date for when many people will observe the increase in their bank accounts. It is not a new announcement, a secret change, or a special bonus beyond what the law already dictates. For those who rely on Social Security, understanding the COLA, the payment schedule, and the actual dollar increase is the key to making informed financial choices, budgeting effectively, and appreciating the modest but important adjustment to their monthly benefits that helps maintain their purchasing power in a constantly changing economy. Social Security continues to be a vital part of American life, supporting millions and providing reassurance that even as costs rise, there is a guaranteed, predictable increase designed to protect beneficiaries from losing ground financially. By knowing the facts, focusing on the real numbers, and planning accordingly, recipients can navigate the 2026 raise with confidence, ensuring they make the most of every dollar and remain prepared for the future, while recognizing that programs like Social Security remain one of the most reliable foundations of financial stability for older Americans, disabled individuals, and low-income households across the country, and the 2.8% increase for 2026 represents a continuation of that commitment in practical, tangible terms that directly affects the lives of millions of people in meaningful ways. Stop scrolling. Did you know that millions of Americans are about to get a Social Security raise in 2026? But almost nobody is talking about the shocking details that could affect how much you get. On January 13th, the numbers officially hit, and if you don't watch this video until the very end, you could miss out on understanding exactly how much extra money will go into your pocket. I'm breaking it all down in plain, easy English, showing you exactly what the raise means, who gets it, and what you need to do right now to make sure you get every dollar you're owed. Stay with me, because what I reveal today could change your financial year. Before we dive deeper, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Trust me, this channel is the only place where I explain these Social Security updates in easy, clear English just for you. I'll be uploading every important update about this topic, breaking it down step by step so you don't miss a single detail. Subscribe now and you'll always be the first to know exactly how these changes affect you and your money.